This is BBC One. Now a party election broadcast by the Liberal Party.
The Liberal Party, not the Liberal Democrats. In today's world, it's not enough to be a Liberal. You have to be a Liberal with principles.
And that's not easy. The slanging match in Parliament, negative and superficial party advertising have brought our politics to a new low point.
There's an issue of principle here. We live in an uncertain world, and we cannot afford to let it go to rack and ruin. We have just 5 minutes tonight to catch your attention. We don't have a posh, slick film, just plain speaking. Presidential politics, the cult of leadership polished to a glossy finish, may look good, but it doesn't deal with what you and I face in the coming months and years. The Liberal Party continues as a distinctive, independent political force because of its commitment to key principles. Liberalism is itself a broad church, broad enough to win the support to be influential and effective, but clear enough to avoid compromises which would force it to neglect vital questions.
Liberalism and the guiding principle of freedom requires diversity and the spreading of power. Take the national curriculum. It's an outrage that a single individual of whatever party, the Secretary of State for Education, has the power to dictate what is taught in every classroom in the land, and yet Conservative, Labour and Liberal Democrats all voted to give him that power. The Liberal Party warned then, and warns now, of the dangers involved. Liberalism seeks to exhaust every peaceful means of resolving conflict before a resort to arms. But during the Gulf crisis, all parties in Parliament supported military action before UN sanctions had a chance to work. What now, after thousands of deaths? Saddam is still in power, the Kurds are still freezing on the mountains, the Kuwaiti people are no nearer democracy, and the Gulf is heavily polluted. The Liberal Party foresaw it and said so when it mattered. All the evidence, including the Gulf War and the Falklands, shows that nuclear weapons do not deter dictators. Despite this, the arms race goes on. At huge cost, Britain is going ahead with Trident, the missile without a target. The Soviet Union is no more, and we are now giving humanitarian aid to Russia. What a crazy world. And yet Labour, Conservative and Liberal Democrat parties all want to spend money we haven't got on weapons we don't need. Liberalism believes that the economy must serve society and not the other way round. Men and women are not meant to be cogs in any economic machine. But Labour, Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats now only argue about which of them can best juggle the economy, as if any country could now act independently at the expense of others. The Liberal Party, the party of Lloyd George and the first pensions, the party of Keynes and public works to end unemployment, the party of Lord Beveridge and the National Health Service, knows that social freedoms cannot be left to the mercy of market forces.
You might think from the way other parties are treating this election that every problem under the sun can be cured by an easy slogan. This isn't true, of course. How we live and how the world is governed, whether democratic and civilized values survive, are vital questions, and somehow, despite all the slick advertising gimmicks, the public know this to be true. The political life of the country cannot be peddled as if it were some dodgy product, cleverly packaged to hide the true contents. In an election, you are a citizen and a voter, choosing candidates on the strength of their beliefs. You're not a supermarket customer purchasing policies. Any party which suggests otherwise simply believes that votes can be bought. Liberal principles and liberal policies are not always popular, but they're always necessary.
The old materialist ways of looking at the world will not work any longer. Our planet simply cannot meet the demands now being made upon it. And while change is always difficult, without it the future is bleak indeed.
The Liberal Party has been in business for over a century. We fight for it today because no one else represents its values nor addresses the real problems. If you share our liberal values and outlook, then wherever you can, vote for a Liberal Party candidate. And wherever you live, pick up the phone now and ask for your free copy of the Liberal Party manifesto.
If you would like to join the Liberal Party or would like more information, please ring now on 081 200 8888 or write to the Liberal Party at 22 Gayfair Street, London, SW1.
That was a party election broadcast by the Liberal Party.